Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our Eastleigh save. And before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe for more content like this. We're flying. I'll be honest, I have no idea how it's happened. I don't know what I'm doing that's working, but I'm not going to complain. Don't tell the players I have no idea what I'm doing either, because that could be an absolute nightmare. We're taking on second today, which is Wycombe Wanderers. They are sat just behind us. 6 games played in the league and a few more in cup competitions. We're currently a point ahead of them with, a 9-point goal difference between us. So we're flying high. Let's show you kind of how things have worked schedule-wise. So we obviously beat Peterborough. We got a win against Wrexham with a really massively changed side in the Carabao Cup. A draw against Fleetwood. Then led into a win against Oxford, which was quite comfortable. We then lost to penalties against Plymouth. Again, a really rotated side. Not worried about it, to be quite honest. It's definitely not something I was too concerned about. We then beat Cambridge United 2-0, who came up with us. We then played who we're playing today in the Johnston Paved Trophy. It's not, it's the Papa John's Trophy now. Sorry. Which we drew 0-0. Again, we had to rotate the side completely because we had loads of players out on international duty. So we had to bring in the likes of Sam Bailey from the youth squad, along with Matthew Mallon as well, who were playing, along with kind of a weakened side. But a draw wasn't too bad. Lost, unfortunately, on penalties. We then beat Coventry, who sat in third 4-0. So absolutely battered them. And at the time, Sunderland was third, I think. And we beat them 3-0. So we've absolutely smashed it so far. I've lied. Sunderland weren't third. They were predicted to come third, I think. They're sat in 19th at the moment. But, I mean, yeah, I can't quite believe what's happening. We're absolutely on fire. Carl Hudlin's obviously banging in the goals as usual. But there's a lot of boys in there who are scoring, which is great to see. We have also brought in another player. Other than, obviously, we've brought up a couple of players from the academy. Sam Bailey's one of them. He's come up just to kind of fill in gaps. Stan Mills as well. We saw him playing previously. He's played a couple of times before. Joshua Squires, who came in recently over the summer. He's just jumped up to the first team for a little while to kind of fill in gaps. And same with Josiah Linton as well for that left back role. But Matthew Smith is the player that we've actually brought in. He's coming from Arsenal. Having had time out on loan at clubs in League One, I think he's a very good signing. £2,000 a week we're paying for him, so it is a bit of money, but I think he's very, very much worth it. Some good dribbling, passing, technique, vision. Still very athletic. He's 22, so he's got plenty of time for growth as well. So he's going to look very, very good sat in there with the likes of Dreyer, Elliott and McGavin. I think we've really got a good centre midfield group there. All pretty young as well, so it means we've got plenty of room for growth. Jake Hesketh is a bit of a problem for us. He's keeping up. He's exploring his options at the end of the season. So it's a bit of a shame. And I have promised him some more game time to hopefully convince him to stay, because I still think he'd be a great player for us. I don't think there's any reason why he wouldn't be and isn't, because he can play almost anywhere, and he can play at the fullback roles as well, which he has done a little bit for us this season so far. But we'll jump into today's game and see how we get on. I think we should be absolutely fine in giving them a good game, especially if we keep the momentum we've got going for us. So we've got Harry Lewis in goal, Magoma, O'Connor and Omol at the back, Hare and Owakwe in wing-back roles, McGavin and Dreyer will be sitting in the midfield. We've obviously got Matt Smith on the bench in replacement if needed, and then Simmons is back in the team. He's got an assist playing Hudlin through in the last game, so he's finally back and looks like he's doing all right. Hudlin's got 5 goals already this season. And Adebayo's got 3 as well, so he's performing very well. Generally, the squad's doing brilliantly. We've got Ben House as well on the bench who can come on and give us something. Same with Asante. So let's just jump into the game, and fingers crossed we can make a bit of a gap between us and second place. That would be a wonderful thing to have happen so early on in the season. Give us a bit of confidence, give us a bit of leeway to manoeuvre. I mean, we're looking very good. We're already 3 points clear of Coventry because we managed to beat them very comfortably. But let's see if we can do this, get anything from this game. It would be nice to at least a draw at home. against second. But Hudlin's initial header has led to Wickham to come forward as we weren't able to get onto it and latch onto the ball. The one thing I do like about this formation, which I've been noticing more and more, is kind of the average positionings. It is a circle with two in the middle, which it just means that the players are able to kind of the two in the middle are kind of that ball playing roaming team in centre, and then the guys further forward and the wing backs can bomb down the sides, and we've got plenty of options. And we've managed to fill the box as well. As you can see there, 3 players in there. Hudlin with the header just heads over the bar, but it's that sort of thing that's great to see to give us opportunities like that, as we've got plenty of players in the box. And Hudlin, again, and I can't praise him enough, really. He's been fantastic so far this season. The only issue we have is he gets tired, but him having to come off at some point in the game isn't too much of an issue, as if he's getting a couple of goals, I won't mind. He can have a little bit of a rest before the next one. McGavin with a corner, though. It is coming in. It's cleared easily by Stewart in the end, but Owakwe does have the ball again, plays it out to Hudlin, who's going to shoot from there, and he fires it into the bottom left-hand corner. He doesn't need his head all the time. He can use his feet as well, and he's just shown it there. It's very good. I mean, Owakwe does well. The corner itself initially wasn't great, cleared very easily by Stewart, but Owakwe does well as Hudlin pulls out wide to receive the ball, turns and just fires it bottom left-hand corner. It would be nice to see a bit of a different angle on that, but not too shabby at all. 15 minutes to go till half-time, or 10 minutes I should say, now 5, and we're 1-0 up. Looking good as well. Not many efforts on goal for them, as we are coming forward. They're coming forward with the ball on this right-hand side. Going to look to try and get the ball into the box. Daly Campbell does deliver. Adebayojo's back to clear, but it falls straight back to him, and they're going to look to go again. Brockbank plays back to Daly Campbell, who has a second go at delivering, and find Dixon Peters, who does pop it home from the cross. So 2 double-barrel named players linking up to get the goal. Their first shot on target, only their second shot of the game. It's upsetting to concede just before half-time. Really, I mean, yeah, it's Hare's let him get in front of him, hadn't he? There, I'm trying to click on him. Yeah, Hare's not been able to get in front of Dixon, and it's led to them getting a goal. That's okay. I'm not too worried. I'm pretty happy with the performance still. It's going okay. I think we probably will leave it as it is. Toby Mole's having a little bit of a problem at the back there, so we could always bring Aaron Ramsey. I wish we had Aaron Ramsey. Kane Ramsey on. I think we will. Just pop him at right centre back, and Magoma can come across to the other side, just to make sure we don't get any silly mistakes or anything. But ball in, Hudlin knocks it down to Adebayo, and there's the goal. Okay, straight away in the second half, we've come out and just decided, no, we're going to go back into the lead now. Thank you very much. Ball in was a lovely free. It was lovely ball in, a free kick to find Carl Hudlin, who's able to just knock it down for Adebayo to head home. He seemed to get past the defenders. I wasn't quite sure what he was going to do there, Hudlin, but I think he made the right decision. Well, he obviously did make the right decision in getting us the goal, as he nodded it down to Adebayo, who manages to smash that home with no concerns whatsoever. So a fantastic start to the second half. We're an hour in now, and we're looking good again. We're coming forward. Owakwe with the throw-in into Dreyer. It's a foul by Scowen, and it looks like it could be a sending off, and they have to make some subs to try and sort that out. But it's good for us that they're down to 10 men, and we're dominating the game. Carl Hudlin will come off, though. We'll pop Ben House on in there, but we'll swap Actually, no, we'll leave it at that. And it looks like we've just scored. I've been messing around with tactics and moving subs and stuff, but Magoma looks like has just scored, maybe from a corner as well. So it's 3-1, 20 minutes in. 20 minutes to go, I should say. McGavin's ball, back post. Magoma is there to win that header. So that's the sub we've made. We will take Dreyer off and actually pop Matthew Smith on as well, just to give him a bit of legs to try and increase his sharpness, because he's obviously not played for a little while. So it'd be good to get him some game time. Simmons out wide to Hare. Here we go. He's got loads of space to run into now. Can he look to get a delivery in? It's a good challenge by Dominic Gape there from the Wickham man. Now with Matt Smith on, it does leave to Hare taking the throw in. Gets it back from McGavin, who plays it to Hare again, and he won the corner. So can we get another goal from the corner? Our third was from it. Can Smith provide this time, make an assist for us? Ball comes in. It's a lovely ball in. It's headed onto the bar by, it looks like Ben House. Hare will get to this again. May look to try and get that cross in. He does. He doesn't quite find anyone, and the ball goes over the top. Looks like it was a push by Adebayo in the end. So it will be a Wickham free kick as they look to take this. It's highlight after highlight at the moment. Very, very interesting stuff. The initial goal kick wasn't great, but they've managed to deal with it. Melbourne now receiving it. We've got a bit of pressure on them out here. As the pressing forwards are looking to chase down that ball. Comes forward. O'Connor wins it comfortably. Hare's not able to get that as Melbourne comes in. Dixon Peters finds Sinclair, but O'Connor has gone through the back of him then, what has led to a free kick for the guys in red and white. But it's quite far out. I'd be impressed if they were able to get a shot away on this one. But it looks like it is a dink in, but in the end, Harry Lewis comes out and collects that comfortably, and it stays 3-1 with 18 minutes to go in the game. We're looking very, very good. Can Harry Lewis find anyone going forward? He's got to be looking for someone. Adebayo's not able to get there, and it's Daly Campbell who's able to head clear to Garrick, who then finds Dixon Peters as they look to move forward again. He's got a few options on the overlap, but we've got a lot of players back in. The boys are working hard to get back in and restructure, ready for the next one. Owakwe does brilliantly there at left back to get in and slide, clearing the ball out for a throw-in. That's a great challenge, and he's worked very hard down on that left-hand side to get that. He's wanting game time. I'm giving him game time, and he's showing me exactly why. What's going on here then? Why is... Hello? Oh, he's... It looks like he went down and just tripped him up. So he decided to go down after the fact? What is going on? Are we just... Well, we'll be back in a sec when they've decided to finish this. Okay, here we go. It's a throw-in. Garrick's had to go off because of that injury, meaning they are another man down, so they're only down to 9 men, but he's back on now. Ball's come across, but Magoma clears comfortably and plays it into Smith, who looks out wide to Hare, who will drive forward now into that space that is just left for him to go into. No concerns for him. He's loving going forward. Plays it to McGavin, who looks inside again to Smith, into Simmons, who looks for a ball over the top to Adebayo, who looks to flick on, but isn't. Ben Smith House is not quite able to get onto the end of it. Still, this highlight has been going on for ages. The ball long forward. O'Connor heads clear. Hare again receiving it on this right-hand side, but that's a foul. Dominic Gape knocks him over with no intent on getting the ball. That's going to surely be a booking for him. Doesn't look like it is, but Ramsey looks over the top to try and find Hare. Goes out for a throw-in. A poor pass, really, in the end. Magoma plays it out wide to Owakwe, who's got loads of space now. It's still the same highlight. I've just cut a bit out because it's been not much has happened. Ball comes in, Stewart clears, and now Magoma nods down to McGavin, who finds Adebayo, who's going to look back inside to McGavin, plays to Smith, whose long-range effort is well wide of the target. That's why the highlight was so friggin' long. It was because it was on full match. I don't know why it changed to full match, but we got a bit of action in there at least. 4 points clear at the top at the moment if we hold on here, and it stays 3-1, and it looks like Owakwe's coming forward with the throw-in. Adebayo nods down to Smith, who finds Owakwe again, who's going to look to get a yard on the defender, which he's done very well. He's got loads of time to play it into Simmons, who gets his first goal of the season for the club, and that is fantastic play. Owakwe's getting past the defender initially, makes him go to ground, doesn't win the ball, so he's able to have so much space and time out there to get a ball into the box, and Keandra Simmons, he's lost his marker and just heads home so easily. 9 minutes to go, and we are looking so confident. It's lovely to see. And the clock starts to tick down as they've got a goal kick to clear forward. It's another win by O'Connor. He wins those balls all the time. Switch out wide to Adebayo, who cuts back, looks for the ball in. Ben House with the volley. His second goal of the season, our 5th in the game, against second in the league. We're flying. It's quite ridiculous, really. We're still going so strong. It's a lovely ball out wide. by Ben House initially to find Adebayo, who just cuts back on his right foot, and Ben House is there. It's probably one of the longest 1-2s you'll ever see in distance covered. But it's, very, very good. There's the full-time whistle, 5-1. Wow. There's not much to say about that other than we've absolutely smashed second in the league. It's quite ridiculous how we're doing. Hopefully we can keep this going. We've put their goal difference down to 0. Team who are second are down to 0 goal difference because we've just smashed them. 17 goal difference for us. We're 4 points clear of second place now. It's early on in the season, so there's lots that could still happen. But yeah, we're flying high at the moment, and hopefully we can keep this going for much more of the season. We can see Carl Hudlin's top goal scorer, Sante's performed well. Owakwe with plenty of assists. All the players are doing very well. High risk of injury at the moment, but I think that's just because we've come out of a game. Shouldn't be too worried. We've obviously got a big game against Birmingham up next and Rotherham as well. So we'll be coming back later on in the season. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe, of course. And I will catch you in the next one.